Greetings everybody. It is the second day, so that is 40k day. Or Warhammer day, should I say, for the channel. Except I've been binging some more old Total War Warhammer 2. So instead you're going to indulge me playing this for a while. Because the Tomb Kings are my favourite faction. And Khalida and her vampire killing ways are my favourite of the Tomb Kings. So you're going to indulge me playing this for a little while. Right. What happened to these guys? Oh, that's right. I defeated Crockgar, but then lost a crap ton of troops doing it. So, what you have missed in this little campaign is I've gone up and captured the Behemoth and stomped a few things, and then Crockgar decided to get all arrogant on my ass and invaded, and he got the shit kicked out of him. So, I think the only logical thing to do is probably worth retreating that army back to replenish it, and then mobilize this army forward. We've only got 1,500. Troops are free. What's the best use of our... how's the corruption in this area? 9%. That's pretty low. There's no need to worry about that. Corruption 13% -1. Nah, we'll hang on to our money. We don't really need to upgrade too much, do we? Right. Do we want to take the South Jungle, or do we want to Scorched Earth it? I suppose I'm usually one for Scorched Earth. However, perhaps a bit of territory control might not be the stupidest idea in the world. As I said, I love playing this privately. I have played veteran, not veteran, but legendary campaigns, and they get bored. I get bored with them. And I play Total War for fun, rather than to be a psychotic legendary completionist. So I just tend to play like this and play it on normal. Hey, I don't care if you don't care. Right, oh. Hang on. Faction from trade, minus 40%, right? Oh, minus 40 canopic jars. I'm not really using canopic jars right now, so I suppose that's fine. Right, we shall move Khalida's army in there. We shall move this army into Doom. There's only one road. How about you move over there? And you morons move into Doom Glade. I really need some more archers. I am very much a very defensive sort of soldier. But all of my archers are with Khalida's force. Well, to be fair, units are bloody automatically cheap. Ooh. Skeleton Chariot Archers. Anything else up in the north that's worthy? No, we've built... Oh, +4 archers. Now, we might hold up for the Crypt Barracks. And see if we can get some more archers there. Because if we can get 4 more archers, yeah, that'll be a 20 stack. So that's not too bad at all. Now, let's set... yeah, that's tempting, but I'm not usually actually the best of cavalry, believe it or not. In terms of Total War, I'm a very static defensive general. I'm not very aggressive. I like my guns. I like my archers. Fuck off, Queek. I like my guns. I like my archers. I'm very more static. I like to let the enemy come to me. The worst thing you can do to me is force me into an offensive battle, because I'm just not that great with it. Cavalry I tend to use as sacrificial lambs to destroy enemy artillery or ranged units. If you get enlisted into the cavalry corps, I just click that automatically. I completely didn't realize what that does, and I guess we'll never know. Oh. No. No, +4 archers is better. We're going to do that, and then we'll work on these. Anyway, as I was saying... Wow, you mobilized a friggin' army there already. Well... stuff it. Right, let's see if we can lure their enemy army outside this perimeter. because it's a pretty small garrison. However, I'm sorry, but the lizardmen are a little bit OP garbage in the sense that they're assholes. When I say something's OP garbage, I don't mean it's crap. I mean it's too overpowered. Right, so if we have 2 armies, we're definitely going to kick the shit out of them. Oh yeah, the home defense army. I completely forgot. I may as well. Ooh. May as well. Yeah, may as well add a few more troops to that. I mean, that's what I love about the Tomb Kings. There's no upkeep cost because you're all bloody undead. So it's beautiful. It's just I can focus on actually fighting, and I can always have an ability to have a stack of 20 troops. See, I hate the lizard men. You're going to try and... You know what? I'm fine with military access, because I will actually eventually need to... Because that's all of Queek's territory over there. I will eventually need to move over there to get at the orcs and get at other threats. So for now, temporary military access is fine. But I hate the Skaven, so I am going to kill them eventually. As I was saying, yeah, I'm very much a defensive general. I'm not a very aggressive battlefield commander. Right. Technologies. Skeleton horseman. Sixth Dynasty. Yushbati and Necrosphinx units. That's not stupid. Ooh. Frenzy. Death Blow. See, some of these aren't too bad. Heralds of the Sphinx. Oh, Vanguard deployment for chariots. That's not bad at all. Hawkish Precision. Death Blow. And we'll add that and then research that. Huh? Ah, 1 turn. It requires 1 turn. Good. I'm always an archer person, so we'll work with that. Now, Kalida. Let's see what the scale is. Yep, it's because of the spearmen. It's because of the Saurus warriors and spearmen. See, on paper, that looks like a frigging full fight, but... Is that Croc? It is Crocgar. Crocgar, yeah. May as well fight this. Well, of course I'm going to fight it, because if I do auto-resolve, it'll bullshit me. Auto-resolve in old Total Wars was very confusing, because in some cases, it would fight better than I ever could. I remember in Napoleon, some things it was an absolute crapshoot, and, you know, I would win battles that the auto-resolve would say I would definitely lose. Other times, the auto-resolve would completely dominate battles that I just couldn't figure out how to win. So it's a fascinating sort of system, really. But I find in the new ones, it's better to fight every battle. You know, I actually tend to mostly fight every battle as a rule. That actually started again with Total War Napoleon. I got the achievement. I wanted to go for the achievement for winning a campaign without auto-resolving. So I did that as the Russians. And I ended up realizing that not relying on auto-resolve was actually a very smart idea. So I ended up just going with that as a generalized sort of rule. See, those units aren't actually that great. Right. First off, we're going to get rid of that. Second off, now, Acropolis Knights. Keep them to the flank. Archers hammer them. Infantry hold the line. Kalida fights Crocgar. And that should be how we shall do it. Right. Reinforcements are coming to the battlefield. That's good. They can take up positions behind the main line. Alright. See, this is my standard sort of hammer and anvil tactic, basically. Just keep the infantry, keep hammering them with the archers, and then counter charge of the infantry, and then flank charge with what forces I've got in reserve. It is a difficult balancing act though, but yeah, I wasn't expecting them to do that. Right. Counter charge with the center. Have the flank charge here. I honestly think we're going to have to commit these units to that flank for the sake of this. You two can hold the line. You charge forward. You charge forward. Where is Krokgar? Khalida, you take on Krokgar. Alright. Ooh, carrion birds. See if we can have a pick at some of the weaker units that are retreating. That's not a stupid idea. Rest of the infantry move up to here. Spearmen, it would help if you actually fucking attack the enemies in front of you instead of being a bunch of pillocks. Archers are okay. Move archers to the flank. You lot are so stupid sometimes. That flank's going to probably collapse, I would imagine. Ooh, chariots. Yes, get them going. A couple of units there to attack them. Rest of them want to see if we can flank around. Ooh, shoot. Right, we're going to pull Khalida back. Because despite being a dueling character, she is getting her shit kicked in. Disengage. What's Krokgar's attack? 427 minus 450. Hold on. Just on a paper. You've got 620 health. Ah, he has 2,000. No, you have 620 health left. What's it out of? You've got 2,400. You've got 5,000. No. Krokgar. Fucking Krokgar, please. Ah, fuck it. Right. If you lose, then my army suffers a critical blow. So we pull you back. Archers move into there. Flank's going okay there. Right. Chariots. Shock and awe on retreating enemies. Rest of the army move around the flanks. Right, Yushbati. Where are they most useful? Actually behind here on this flank. That way they can charge these Saurus warriors from behind. Right, you attack them from behind. Right. Infantry, charge these guys from behind and flank them. Chariots, slam into these troops. Skeletons go there. Want a couple more units hammering from behind. Tomb Prince, see if you can engage that. Go. Krokgar in combat. Spearmen, hammer these guys. Swordsmen, turn around and hammer back again. Spearmen, reform the line. Actually, no. Move around and attack their archers. See if you can get out of the bloody way. Right. You can charge into those guys now, since you are doing whatever you do. That's not bad. See, I love Khalida, but she just needs to be leveled up a little bit. I think I've been misusing her. She's not like Sigvald, where she's a pure duelist. She can certainly be a good duelist, but she's better at running amok, basically, through pissy little lesser infantry. Right, now I never miss an opportunity to run down some people, so don't be forever, but just for a minute or so. I like to get a few dozen more kills here and there wherever I can. My units has used all its ammunition. You two attack the skink chief. You two see if you can attack that guy. And that'll about do. Oh, actually, see if we can get... There's only 12 of them left. If we could shoot some of them, that would be nice. Nah. Right. See, the auto-resolve said that would be a bullshit battle. Well, the Necropolis Knights did better than I thought. But again, you can tell my strategy of relying on the archers to do most of the killing, while having a solid core of infantry just basically to hold the line. Although, one good thing from Kalita getting her butt almost kicked was she held off Krokgar, because I can see him running through a muck and killing a few hundred troops himself. But again, as you can see, the Saurus warriors with shields are the frigging bastard enemies to fight. Especially the blessed ones you get. That's incredibly annoying to have to deal with. Right. Well, on the bright side, we defeated Krokgar. Screw it. I'm in the conquering territory business right now. Why not? Right. General... Nah, it's not... most people... I usually go for, like, buffing them out as much as I can, and that's a good thing, but casualty replenishment is actually something you should not neglect easily. Right. Oh, 2 turns for that. Have any legendary units? I do. Legendary Spearman and Carrion. I'd actually like some legendary... It's a quick, easy buff, so we may as well, I suppose. Now, Kalita, how have I been buffing you? That's right, casualty replenishment. I really need to actually up your defense. We're going to do that. I do want to get maximum casualty replenishment, because 20% casualty replenishment is a bloody good idea. But I need to actually buff her quite a bit. I don't have any armor or weapons or anything exciting, do I? Right. Ooh, Doomblade. Oh, for 800, it's not stupid to do that, actually. Maharek. No, you just want that. Bohemia. Yeah. Oh, that's right. I had it tax exempt for a while I was trying to increase the public thing. See, I'm not one for trading while I don't have many trading partners is my thing. To be fair, they do all have unique resources that'll come in handy later. It's one of those things of, are you fighting today's war or are you fighting tomorrow's war kind of thing. I really need more archers. And now we play the Total War drinking game. Drink for however many minutes it will take for the thing to load. Even on my 1080, this still takes a little bit of time. So how are you doing, everybody? I hope you're all doing well. Can I just nitpick whoever's been that one person who keeps disliking anything that's not 40k related? Could you just bugger off? I would genuinely appreciate that. Right. We shall have Kalita move up. You can move in. Aha. Doesn't look like there's any enemy army home. Although the question is, that's actually under the property of someone else. Might be worth just raising that. And then moving south and taking those. Although I will end up needing to be fighting these guys, I imagine. What's their opinion of me, just out of curiosity? Right, now. That's upgrading for Yushpati. That's for heroes. That's carrion. That's skeleton horsemen. Nihikara warriors and chariots. And I'm thinking that's not a stupid idea. It's always worthy to get another army. It will take a little bit of time though, but it's alright. It'll take 2 turns, but... Four out of 4. Oh, because he's free in that other army. But haven't I got... Aren't I building buildings that will... Oh, it takes 1 more turn for that. Now I can guess I can work with that next round. Right. The home defense army. I always keep a home defense army. It's a home or a home guard unit. It's just stupid not to. I've always learnt that from Total War games. You don't need to staff it with the highest quality troops, but medium quality troops is worthy enough to keep yourself going. In fact, when I get another slot for 2 more archers, I'll probably give a unit of archers to these guys. Then I need to move south. I imagine Krokgar will be back by the time I take one of these 2, so we will quickly move over and take the next army and then go from there down here at the bottom of the world. I eventually want to move north and I want to expand west. Yeah, expand west. So that will mean kicking the Skaven out. But for now, if we shore up the south and have ourselves a little bastion where we can keep shit moving, then that's not the stupidest idea. Right. Ooh. Well, that's jolly nice indeed. Aha. 3 units of archers. On top of the 18. Yeah, that's not bad at all. High Queen Kalida. I need another unit of archers for you. Why did I auto-resolve that? That was such a stupid decision. Oh. It was the fucking temple guards, and if I fought them manually, I could have done a bit more than that. That cost me a unit and a bucket load of casualties. I am slightly annoyed at myself. Wait, really? What does that do? That's pretty cool. Right, we'll do that for the public border, and we will not tax it for a couple turns. And it'll take us 2 turns. I'm not too comfortable doing that. Now we've got 4 units of swordsmen, so I need to replenish 1 more unit of swordsmen. Or do I... Might be worth replenishing another unit of... If we get the maximum casualty replenishment, I should hopefully buff that out a bit. Yeah, definitely worth upgrading one of our Providence's promenades? Whatever. Worth upgrading one of those. Right. So, that will give us 3 more units of archers. So that'll basically be a full stat, a decent army. Then I'll need to move Kalida into the cursed jungle next turn. And then send the 2 of them south, because I imagine Krokgar will be back about now. And I don't know if they'll have access to all of their bullshit legendary Saurus warriors and stuff yet, but it wouldn't surprise me. Mortificus Sanctuary. Mausoleum. Hematomb City. Mausoleum. What does that give us? The Venom Staff. Well, it's worth it for Kalida, so we may as well do that. And then eventually we can probably disassemble that, because I did that for the Untainted and the Public Order. We could probably disassemble that and rebuild it as something more economic. Oh yes, I want one more unit for Kalita, so we will just keep the 1 unit of archers there. Such an awkward number, but there you go. Right. Slightly disappointing, even though I've not taxed it, but hopefully the obelisk should provide me the buff I need. Right, 1 more unit of archers, the rest of them should be replenished. We will move these guys close to the border, just for some advanced reconnaissance. It's not too bad. Right. And away we go. Now, I must admit, when Warhammer Fantasy was still around, there were 2 armies I absolutely adored. One was the Tomb Kings, and my brother actually had a few boxes of Tomb Kings, which is why I was not as interested in them as the other faction I really liked. And the other faction was the Dark Elves. I loved the idea, because I grew up on Tolkien and Lord of the Rings, and I loved the idea of evil elves. It was just so appealing to me. And I was just getting to the stage where I knew what Marafi's outfit actually meant, so that was quite appealing visually as well. But in terms of actually, you know, everything itself, it was just that... got chariots, so it'll fine. It was just... evil elves was so cool to me. 2,000. No, it's actually not worth it. Because next turn I'll be able to upgrade here. And I can disassemble that. And I can build more economic stuff. Yeah, because you're still in our territory, so you'll be replenished next turn. And as predicted, there's another army up ahead. You're not going to worry about that so much. Or thinking of armies. I see anything interesting around? No, and no one really wants to talk to us either. We are trading of them, which is nice. And we're trading of them. I need to expand west and talk to bloody thingy-madoob. Oh, Crockgar. I see. You want a peace treaty. You're going to offer me 1,500 bucks. No. You started this. I'm in the mind of, if you started this war, I'm going to end it. I'm not being an asshole, but you are going to end. If you're going to start shit, you better be prepared to fight it out, because I'm going to fight it out. It's only if I'm feeling incredibly benevolent or I can't be bothered that I deal with that shit. I think it's a model campaign. I have it on the save file. I was the dwarves, and basically I had taken over most of the world in Ufle at this point. And I was going down south, and I took Granite Massif. No, I didn't. I took Mount Arachnos. I took the one over here. And Krokkar had this and all around here. And he declared war on me. And I happened to have 2 full 20 stack veteran armies basically hanging out Mount Arachnos because I just conquered it. So I marched the 2 armies up into the territory, burnt that to the ground, got to Maharak, and then Krokkar immediately sued for peace. And because I was feeling benevolent, I decided to let it pass. I need 1 more population surplus. That's not bad. I do want to change that though. Yeah. Untainted for now is fine. Right. Cursed Jungle. No, it's not actually worth it down south right now. I just need a military supply depot, basically. Right. You are going to be recruiting. However, I have 2 armies. Yeah, Krokkgar's back. I knew that was going to happen. So, Temple of Skulls. What's the garrison look like? Fairly solid. Better than what we've got. Yeah, I'm confident in my 2 armies' ability to take that down. The home defense army is still doing okay. Skill points. Doom King and Indomitable. Oh, you're the home defense army, aren't you? Well, we may as well up your leadership, I suppose. Lahima. Ooh, we could get Screaming Skull catapults. I do like catapults. No, one more turn for the pop cap, and then we go for upgrading the settlements. It's better in the long term. Now we play the game of waiting again. I sometimes like to imagine that these armies see the shit on the horizon. Why would I pay you money for a defensive alliance? Yes, you could come over into my territory and probably invade me. However, I have a home defense army, and I'm able to mobilize these troops back pretty quickly. Your Skaven are actually not in the well-off position you think they are in. Right. Ooh-ha. Thank you. Well, may as well do that. Yep. May as well get more. Anything that gets us better income is good. Corruption's 11%. Once that's up, that should be perfectly fine, because that's +3 untainted. Now, King Peru. Move to flank from one side. And you can move from the other side. See, fuck that. Look how many fucking Saurus spears and Saurus warriors they get. It's such bollocking bullshit. No, actually, let's do this properly. Right. We need Ram Siege Tower. Ram Siege Tower. And we will continue the siege. Yes, because if it's following similarly laid out, I'll have one army, one flank, one army on the other. I need to break through the gates to allow the chariots to race in and capture the central plaza, while the infantry slog it out over the walls. If I can get the gates opening and I can get the cavalry in, then the AI is usually dumb enough that they don't actually turn away from the walls. Because one thing I was taught about siege battles from watching tutorial guides and stuff is not to hold the walls. You need to actually learn to abandon the walls at the critical moment and fall back to defend the central plaza. I've always been with the Imperial Fist mindset of not one step back. So I'm always defending the fucking... I can't win that. That is so bullshit. I can't win that. I need the second army. And then that... Krokgar, you fucking OP lizard whore. I am going to take my staff and ram it down your throat when I kill you. Oh, good. Spring of Eternal Life. That's way out in the middle of bloody... And that is a Book of Nagash. Well, I will have to keep an eye out for that for a future. And that's a Book of Nagash as well. That's why I want to move and take down the lizard men too. Right, we will... Oh, that's level 2. I'll disassemble that one and get more economic from it. That's level 2, then we'll keep it around a little longer. Alright. If we're going to do this properly, we need both armies next to each other to support each other. Right. Right. Leon, Bleakholds, Mulder, blah 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 blah. Yay! Thank Jiminy Christmas. Right. Now we may as well move this army up a little bit closer. Now we can. That way we can guarantee they are within movement range of each other. And we leave that for a few turns for a while. Right. Now, we can't do that yet. Oh no, we've already got a level 2 Plaza and Leuemia. Don't need to worry about that so much. Replenishment. Not too paranoid about growth. You've got your special ability already. Cavalry, I'm not one for cavalry. I can't get you Sparta yet. It's actually probably worth going for that. And it should be alright for now. Something to think about for future home defense, but not paranoidly so. Make sure everything else is going okay. I don't mind having at least one thing in a province, because that actually helps keep corruption down, and that's not stupid. It's just I usually have multiple in a province for a while, just for the sake of getting down high vampiric corruption. But I tend to replace them with economic buildings over time. Oh yeah, the Golden Tower, how's that looking? That's looking a bit more stable. We'll keep the... We won't bother taxing it because we don't need the money for now. So we will carry on. And back to the loading screen. Basically, let's be honest. Sylvania, von Karstein, Winterthur, Marienburg. Good. Clones raining before surrender. They will get... They'll come out in the field before then. I basically want to have at least 2 sets of rams and 4 siege towers before that works. How's it looking? Continue the siege. Not too much really else to think about. Mortuary cult. Any exciting weapons we can craft? 3%, 4%. How many we've got? 80. Says I can craft 2 weapons. What's the other weapon I can craft? Plus large weapon strength and magical attacks. 4% melee defense plus 3. That's not stupid. Plus large weapons percent plus 5 and magical attacks. Tell you what, why don't we craft that? Because that's not stupid. And give that to Kalida. What was the thing we could craft? We could craft... I don't know, what could we have crafted? Aha! Missile resistance, armor, and melee defense. That's not bad. Right. Hand weapon, give you that. That's good. Right. No, it's not worth it. No, I don't need to worry about that. Right. 2 more turns and then we can do the siege. I had wondered if they were going to do that. I didn't think they had the resources left to them to create another army. Right. Ripperhorn tribe, goodbye. Cursed jungle still chugging along. Aha! You got that. Right. You can get the buildings that can get tomb priests and things. Just trying to think of what would be, and we can't go to level 4. There's kind of realistically no point doing that there because you can't upgrade it to get great bows. And you've already got that. Not stupidly, but it would have been a wise idea to put... Well, it's not a stupid idea to spread out military units. Just thinking about it. If you put that into, say, there, into that slot, then you could free up this slot for Yushbati and engineer workshops and things. Right. I'm just worried about this army coming to replenish that one, although it's pretty pathetically small. Next turn, we'll launch the attack. And they did exactly what I fucking worried they would do. On the bright side, all these units are trash, but it's Krokgar and those that have got me slightly worried. Screw it, let's fight. Yeah, they've got 1,000 reinforcements, we've got 1,000 reinforcements. Jungle, open ground in the center, archers, knights. Kalita has got her upgraded melee weapon, but see, it's where the enemy reinforcements are going to spawn and where my reinforcements are going to spawn. If the enemy reinforcements spawn behind me and my army spawns behind them or something, then this is going to be a different party. But if it's just a standard, my troops spawn in here, their reinforcements spawn in there, then I can keep the center basically locked up and then just worry about the enemy reinforcements as they come in. Come on. You're like 90% loaded. You can load the rest. I have faith in you. I didn't get a decent gaming PC for no reason, didn't I? Thank you. Right. Okay, it is exactly as I predicted. I don't really like deploying. We should deploy up a little bit. Right. Because we're halfway down the slope. I'm gonna pull the carrion back a little bit. I mean that way. We're gonna push our troops up a little bit. See if we can use some of the forest for a bit more cover. Kalita can go in there. Necropolis Knights can hang out on the flank. A couple more units of spearmen can go there. I'm not too paranoid about doing it this way. We should definitely disengage that, because that annoys the crap out of me, skirmish mode. Yeah, I'm not too worried about this flank, because our reserve army can move in and take this one up. So it's actually more about this flank that we need to keep concerns about. Right. The enemy's army is hiding. They're going to basically come up here, realistically. So, what's the plan with our reserve army? Do we march them up the hill to reinforce our flank? Or do we send them through the forest to outflank them? Though to be fair, a lot of the reserve army does have cavalry and chariot, so it's not the stupidest idea in the world. March them up the center and then have the carrion flocks move and try and identify them, while we have the chariots move around on the flanks, see what they can find. Archers, probably not stupid to see if we could deploy here, maybe cover more of the central plateau, move the rest of the army just up generally. Right, you are my reconnaissance unit. Congratulations. Yeah, because if you look at it, they're going to have to be marching uphill. There is this little... Oh no. They will be coming there. They can't really navigate around this gully unless they navigate in this little unit here. Aha, good. There's the enemy army. Nice to see it. So they are basically coming up here. Right, into our killing ground. So, with that in mind, we actually have some things we could consider. If they're moving there, we could move the army here and basically create a flanking screen. So... Oh, turn off skirmish mode because that's gross. To there. I'm gonna move a few more troops over to the northern side. So they're trying to outflank troops here. Have a couple of units move over there. These are the chariots, aren't they? Yeah. Right. Harass them with our archers. See if we can kind of get them into open ground. Maybe not get pin cushioned might be an idea. Just an idea, I'm just happen to be saying, you know. Oh, come on, croc guy, and you lazy shits. Are they really moving? I need a flock of birds. Fly back over. If they're trying to outflank us down below, then I need to redeploy the army to cover the trees. Under missile fire, of course they are. On the bright side, they're getting pin cushioned on their way here, which is appreciated. And they won't have a chance to get into close combat because I will move these units back. So they're basically cowards! You're supposed to be the bloody lizard men. You're hiding in the bunch of trees. Cowardly bastards, come out into the open ground. I'm not going in after you. This will be a very boring battle, but I ain't going after you because I'm not stupid. You're all ranged units. No, sorry, you're all melee units, and you have the advantage in that regard. The smartest thing I can do is to force you into open ground where my archers can pin cushion you, and then my infantry can hammer the shit out of you from there. Yeah, we may as well have the crows attack them. Right, you're coming over open ground to come meet us. What are you? You are the bloody Croxagores. Of course you are. We'll see if they break. They do. Well, that's nice. Don't need to worry about that then. Good. Bollocks. It's a dangerous force to have to think about on our flanks, so we shall mobilize a few troops to go and deal with it. Finally! They've broken the bloody silence and they're coming out to meet us. About time. Right, and you are all rushing at this flank, which means... we can wait and then unleash our units from the flank and hammer you. Aha. Right. Infantry mobilize for countercharge. What are these units? Ah, Nehakara warriors, that's pretty decent. We'll keep our legendary thing back. Kalida. I don't want you getting into the brawls of the heavier units. We'll hold you back for a little bit. Troops can move over there. Tomb Prince can move up. Ah, their range units are coming out to play. On the bright side, we can try and force them back a wee bit. I want all of you lot down there. Kill those bloody Croxagores if you wouldn't mind. Right. Time to deploy the flank force and have another unit of forces hold up the center. We have our flying little fluffy birds can go out and harass some units. Good. Charge into those Croxagores because you're getting stomped. In fact, those archers are getting pretty thoroughly stomped. If we could probably fix that would be nice. Shit, don't break and hold that. Hold the line again. Good. Oh no, you guys are still being... What are you? Yeah, that's fine. Actually, if we have the chariots charge there and infantry move up there... Right, where are our legendary carrion birds? See if our legendary carrion can harass some more of the skink units. Good. Our flanking force can move around the side and pin some of their units into place. Now, I would like Crockguard to freaking die, please. Spearmen, see if we can get rid of them. Skeleton archers, see if we can move up a bit. Any skink unit that's thinking of, oh, Perfect. That unit is harassing my troops. See if we can get you to charge there. Ushbati, attack the skink. Cohort, please. Flank, move in. Necropolis Knights, charge. See if you lot can move in and outflank the units behind. Khalida, attack forward. Oh yeah, give up on Crockwell, he's fucked. Move in and attack. Shore up our lines, please, if you would may. Tomb Prince, you need to charge into combat. Charge and attack the flank. Flock Knights, see if you can. Anyone thinking of rallying again? Doesn't look like it. You lot can just keep picking. No. I don't want the army breaking too much. See if we can concentrate on killing those guys. All of these armies here, move up. Spearmen, see if you can get rid of those guys. Archers, back up a wee bit, if you wouldn't mind. There's a bit of a hole in the center, actually. See if we can prop a couple of units to go into there. You 3 units can go deal with that. Spearmen, go there. You lot, move there. Necropolis Knights. See if you can deal with anyone that's thinking of coming back in again. Khalida, where are you? You're dealing with those Saurus warriors. If you can blast them, that's nice, and then charge into those Saurus warriors while these 3 jerk off in the corner because no one's telling them what to do. And there we have it. Basically, hammer and anvil. It's not the most brilliant tactic, and it's not the most cost-effective. However, at the end of the day, forcing them across open ground to come to me works. Ah, bollocks. I'll take a victory is still a victory at the end of the day. I'll take it. Lost 700 of my 2,000. They deployed 1,000. They deployed 1,500. They have 200, 300, 400, 500. They have about 600 troops left. Lost 1 unit of archers, a unit of swordsmen and spearmen. Archers are slightly annoying. Swordsmen and spearmen, they come in buckets. I'm happy with that. Must admit, the Necropolis Knights and the Legendary Carrion Flock did a decent job. Can I click on King Pentu? Oh, it's a shame. If it was multiplayer and I was playing alongside someone, I could click on their name and have a look at how well they did. Khalida only got 25 kills though, although she was fighting Krokkar most of the battle, so I'm actually going to allow her that one. Come on, finish loading. Now for always. Right, come on. They deployed 700 and lost 400. They deployed 500 and lost 300. They deployed 300. Yeah, that's the shitty little unit. 000 kills. Basically, yeah. See, that's a cannon fodder army. Like, I would not have... I suppose you're relying on Krokkar and the garrison to back you up on that one. That army was basically so it wasn't... That battle wasn't a siege, it was a land battle, which I think, ironically, actually, I probably would have suffered more casualties of doing a siege. Because, as I said, I'd have to get all the way to the walls. I have to break open the gates, get the chariots and the cavalry to and the birds to rush in and capture the central point, while everyone else slogged it over the walls in the front gate. On open ground like this, I was able to maneuver, to my best standards, troops around. For example, sending those three units of spearmen down south to take on the 2 units of Croxagores, which would have been an effective flanking force because they're so bloody powerful, actually essentially nullified them and then allowed my archers to pinprick them to death once they were already wounded. Yeah, I'm actually satisfied with that battle. I could have done a little bit more efficiently, but at the end of the day, I'm not that paranoid about it. If the game would actually load, then I would probably end the video. Don't do that to me, Windows Lou. Yeah, we'll see if the game may have crashed. Fucking hell, and I just lost... Well, the record of the battle will still exist, but I just lost that progress. Fuck you, game. You have never crashed on me, once. This is the first time you have ever crashed on me. Oh, thank bloody Christmas. It crashed on me and then it decided to come back. So weird. Well, I don't know if I'll do this on screen again. This was basically just for my amusement and the fact that it's 40k day today, or Warhammer day today, since I'm alternating, and I had to put out something. So you had to watch and indulge me playing this. It was either this or me playing Fallout New Vegas. So there you go.